Hello everyone, this is Shrishti. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have Sushantika with us, who has secured All India Rank 7 in instrumentation, and currently she is pursuing her MTech in IISc, and also she has been selected for NTPC. So now the doubt is, will Sushantika continue with her MTech or will she join the NTPC? I think we can clear this doubt by asking Sushantika itself. So first of all, welcome to the Talkers Talk, Sushantika. It's very nice meeting you. I hope you are doing well.
Yeah, hello Shrishti. Thanks a lot for having me here and giving me this opportunity to share my experience with you. So I hope this helps everybody who's watching.
Sure, sure. I think we can start this video with a small introduction of yourself, like from which place you are, where did you complete your BTech, and why did you wanted to write or why did you wanted to appear for GATE?
So I'm from Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu. My entire schooling and college was done here only. And my UG was in Instrumentation and Control Engineering from PSG College of Technology. My college also played a vital role in developing my basics. I passed out in the year 2019. I decided to have a career through GATE mainly because of the plethora of opportunities it offers, be it MTech wise or PSUs wise and research wise. Name it and you have the opportunity. After you complete engineering, everything is there. So I wanted to have a career through it. So I didn't sit for placements and yeah, so I stayed back one more year after a year after college, and I secured this course.
Okay. So GATE has many benefits, so you opted GATE for that purpose, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, right. It was
Mm,
a good choice actually. So when did you
thank you.
start your preparation?
I started my preparation from my sixth semester onwards, and my first attempt was in 2019.
Okay.
I attended weekend classes through GATE Academy, Coimbatore.
Mhm.
But that attempt, I secured an All India rank of 364.
Okay.
I realized there was still scope for a lot of improvement and there was a lot of practice and fine tuning to be done. So I stayed back one more year and I prepared from home this year.
Okay. You told that you had secured an AIR of 384. I think given
Mm.
the rank 384 is a pretty good rank, right? Then why did you drop a year again and why did you prepare once again?
Yes, it is actually a good rank, but it is not only if you come in the top 100, you will
Mhm.
have access to a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
With that rank, also I was offered MTech in. I was called for spot round in IIT Roorkee, and
Mhm.
I was called for the interviews of IOCL and NTPC
Okay.
and BARC through a separate online exam.
Mhm.
But since all these PSUs give strict 85% weightage to GATE, you will be called, but you will need to perform extraordinarily well, and the other toppers have to perform below average. Only then you will have a chance.
Right.
So that is not very possible, right? So I just to be on the safer side, I wanted to give another attempt to improve my performance.
Okay. So you took the coaching only when you were in the college, and when did you take a drop? You did a self study, right?
Yeah, I did self study. I
Okay.
ordered materials from ACE Academy, Hyderabad, and I prepared from home.
Okay. You told you ordered resources from ACE Academy. So other than ACE Academy, what all the resources are available for the GATE aspirants?
You mean other coaching institutes wise or
No, I
other online
mean
sources?
the books like any YouTube videos maybe or any reference book. So which they can refer to.
Okay. Books wise, yes, provided you have continuous access to library, you
Mhm.
can take the syllabus of GATE and search all the topics. And there are standard textbooks available for each branch. Like generally talking,
Mhm.
because I can talk only for my branch, it
Right.
won't help most of them. So
Hmm.
uh, And opportunities are available. You can download books from a library also, but the thing is, it is a lot more time consuming. But in coaching institutes, it is already sorted.
Yeah.
So it's better if we pursue that. And online sources, whenever I had a doubt, since I was preparing from home, whenever I had a doubt, I used to refer video sources from mainly Khan Academy from YouTube.
Okay.
And mostly it was from coaching notes only. I downloaded them online. They're also readily available.
Okay.
The standard notes are readily available. So
Okay. So what was your preparation strategy during when you were in coaching also, and also when you were doing a self study? What was your preparation strategy?
my preparation strategy was mainly, first thing was consistency. Whenever I plan out something for the next like 5 to 6 months, I ensured that my deviations from the schedule were minimal, because as we complete the targets on time, our confidence level would also tremendously improve. So that is why it's very important. You won't feel like quitting when you feel it's too much to take in at a certain point. And the second thing is study according to your convenience. For example, I'm not an early morning kind of person, and I didn't sacrifice on my sleep and all. When I go 2 to 3 hours continuously studying, I used to take 5 to 10 minutes of power nap in between, just to ensure that my hours are productive. And coming to my study plan, in GATE, like there are 9 core subjects and 2 subjects that are common for all the branches, maths and aptitude. For each core subject, I took around 15 days. So for the first week, I would go through all the syllabus topics that are there in the material. I would cover each and every topic from the syllabus and clear my basics, and prepare short notes as I prepared from the material of all the important topics and formula that I would like to recall in the future. That are important, mainly important from the exam point of view. And second week, I would practice the previous year GATE questions, because that is the probably the only practice material that I used. You don't need any other coaching institute sums or anything. Just the previous year GATE question bank would do. And if you have common subjects with other branches, it is better if you practice their questions also. It would give you a wider perspective of how the questions are going to be. So this way, after each core subject, I would take one topic from maths and one topic from apti, and then I'd go to another core subject. I didn't sit with maths and apti at a stretch, because I wanted to have a constant touch over the numerical part. Scoring 15 out of 15 in the apti section is actually easy, provided we practice and plan it properly. So most of the toppers, they scored 15 out of 15 in that section. That even if you forget a question or two in make careless errors in the technical section, it would catch up. So.
Yeah, right. So basically, there will be 3 sections in the GATE paper, right? One is aptitude, and one will be the mathematics, and the third section would be related to the branch, whichever the student is opting. So you already told that you did not give separate time for apti and maths. Instead, what you did was you were studying technical, and along with that, you were studying aptitude and maths, so that you will have a continuous touch with that, right?
Yes. So maths and aptitude is a separate section, aptitude and verbal. Maths comes with the core part. Like there are only 2 sections totally.
Okay. So then I would ask, like, many students have a doubt how many hours we should study a day. So is that particular to a person, or you would say studying for around 6 to 7 hours is good, or studying for around 8 to 10 hours is good? What do you feel about that?
It is all dependent on the person, but I would suggest GATE is not an exam where we learn and we try to reciprocate. It's mostly based on how much we apply. So it is very essential that we give our brain sufficient amount of rest. If we go 15 to 16 hours a day continuously studying, in my opinion, the hours won't be that productive, because you'll be sitting with a problem, the approach won't strike you. So it is always better if you have sufficient sleep, and if you study for around 9 to 10 hours a day, it should do. That's sufficient.
Okay, you would say that rather than quantity, the quality of study is important, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
True.
So now some of the students, they could not join the coaching center due to many problems, maybe the financial problem or any other kind of problem, maybe they could not join any coaching institute and they will be doing a self study. So, what tips you would like to give to the students who are doing a self study?
So, first thing, there's a very big misconception that only if you attend full-time classroom coaching in big coaching institutes in Hyderabad or Delhi, you will be able to get a very good rank, but that's not the case. So, don't worry, just stay confident and motivated. The only thing is get ready for the day like you would if you go to school or college. So, prepare for the day, wake up on time and maintain a strict schedule. And secondly, it is always better if you team up with like-minded people. I was lucky enough to have two such people who made the entire process easier. So you can join Telegram groups where they constantly discuss problems based on GATE, and you can attempt them also. When you combine with people, you will have multiple approaches to the same problem, and you might find out, okay, theirs was also easier than what I had thought, so I might adopt that. So your way of thinking will change. So and if you have any doubts, it's always better to refer to video sources since we are studying at home through self-study. Nothing can make us understand better than a video. And keep all your sources of distraction as far away from you as possible, be it your phones or anything, because even walls can seem interesting when you're sitting alone with in a room with a book in a room. So
Okay.
that's it. Just the only thing is just stay motivated and adhere to your schedule. You will make it.
Okay. Um, so, how important is it to take the test series or mock test? And how many test series should a student take? What do you say about this?
Okay, mock mock test series play a very vital role in your final results. The last 2 months, mostly it should be exclusively for test series. If it is like that way, it is way better. For if February is GATE exam, December can be for full subject wise tests, and January can be for full length mock tests. So that will greatly improve our speed and how to plan out. Okay, I should complete my 1 marks within so much time, with 2 marks within so much time. So it will give us a lot of clarity. So it is very, very important. And if we attempt around 15 to 20 full length mock tests in the month of January before GATE, that should do
Okay.
be sufficient.
So, I think you have purchased some test series online, right? So, which test series is good for a student?
I attempted two test series, one from ADC and another from ACE Academy.
Okay.
Generally, the test series quality also depends on the branch that we are studying in. For example, electrical people prefer creatics. GATE Academy test series are also good, and mechanical people prefer exergic, I guess. So there are a lot of branch-specific test series available in the market. So it depends on which branch you're from, and you can choose accordingly. ADC and ACE Academy, they are general. Mostly everybody will attempt them.
Okay. Okay. So, preferably, you can take two test series, right?
Yeah, two test series is much better because one, it will be too less of an exposure when you attempt two test series, especially if you attempt tests in a test series where a lot of people attempt, you can have a comparative analysis also.
Right.
The ranks also help us analyze better where we stand and all.
Okay. Okay. So I think as the GATE exam is near now, it is in the February, and we are already in October. So I think many of the students would have started their giving test series, and many of them are also getting very low marks in the test series. So what do you think about that? Does that happen to everyone who ever take it, or is the student weak in something, or he or she should improve something? What do you say about that?
The thing, I still remember my first test series mark. It was 3 out of 25 in a subject. So low test scores are very, very common and only they help you improve. Initially itself, if you get a high score, a lot of people might get overconfident. And when you score lowly, we'll know where exactly we lag behind. And it happens to everybody. I'm sure nobody is an exception. At least comparatively, they would have scored way less in their beginning part of the test series career. So I think
Okay.
it is common. It is and self doubts are common, so don't doubt yourself and quit it midway. That is the only advice I would like to give. Just keep practicing, continuously attempting the subjects where you feel you lag, and purchase more test series if you feel you've attempted everything here but you still need more practice. But just keep practicing. Practice is the only way. It's more to do with hard work. It has got very less to do with talent.
Right,
So
right.
that's it.
There's practice which makes us perfect, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Mm.
So you also mentioned that you had practiced previous year questions for your preparation. So how important
Yes.
does the previous year questions play a role in your GATE preparation?
Previous year questions actually play a very important role because only they can give us an exact idea of how the questions are going to be.
Mhm.
They make us think you will, in the previous year questions, you will find that the concept could be repeated, but the questions will never be repeated.
Okay.
So once we see that the concepts are repeated, if we have a hold over the previous year questions, then
Mhm.
obviously when we attempt, if the concepts are repeated and even if the questions are twisted, we will be able to figure it out and attempt it. So
Okay.
it is very important one is thorough with your previous year. At least though not other branches questions, if they are thorough with their own branch questions, it is a must actually.
Okay. So how many times should a student refer to the previous year questions?
I recalled it around 5 to 6 times.
Okay.
Whenever I could, I would recall.
Mhm.
And initially, for the first 2 times only, it will take a lot of time. After that, you yourself will be accustomed to it. And around fourth to fifth time and all, it will mostly be like first 2 lines you will read, and then you will know okay, this is how the approach is. You will know.
Mhm.
So the more you recall, the better. It depends on the individual also. If they are confident with 2 to 3 times, it should suffice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are from instrumentation, right?
Yes, yes, I'm from
Okay.
instrumentation.
So what subjects are important for the instrumentation? Like, say, subject X, Y, Z. So which subject has the highest priority, or which a student can easily understand those subjects, and based on the gate also, which subject has the maximum marks in the gate exam? So what do you say about that? Like, which subject should a student complete first or concentrate more?
Okay, so first thing, there's no fixed pattern on how the questions are going to be. So it is difficult to tell which subject will have the most weightage. Generally, if we cover around 5 to 6 subjects, you can have a good rank. Say, for example, in instrumentation, sensors and transducers are very important because it is branch specific. Analog electronics, digital electronics, mainly mathematics, everybody would cover that anyway. And control systems, signals and systems. Uh, and then optical instrumentation, usually they ask for very less number of marks, but in 2019 they asked for around 10 marks. So it is highly unpredictable. So if you're aiming to be in the top rank band, at least cover important topics in every subject. Don't neglect any subject as a whole. At least go through the important topics that are asked from the previous years.
Okay.
So
Okay. Understood.
it is all these subjects only play very important mainly.
Okay. For this year, even the third year students are eligible for the GATE. So I think many would have started their preparation now, or they would have started it before 1 or 2 months. So what do you say about that? Like, how should they continue with their preparation?
Okay, so this is actually a very good beginning because when I was in my third year, if I had an attempt in the third year, maybe I could have done it in my final year itself.
Right.
So having a flavor of the GATE exam and experiencing it on your own, it teaches you a lot on time management, on how exactly the second time you go, you will be a lot more relaxed. So, attempting it in the third year, it will ensure that most of them crack in the final year itself. Of course, a lot of them do now itself,
Mhm.
but that will just maximize the chances.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. As I said initially in the video that you have been selected for NTPC also, and you are now currently pursuing your MTech in IISc. So, what will be your choice?
Yes,
Will you
yes.
continue with MTech, or will you go join PSU?
Okay, it was actually a very tough decision to make. Almost everybody in this situation will have this dilemma because Indian Institute of Science is also a very great
It's a
experience.
dream college of
But
many.
it also, yeah. So it also, but I would say it mainly depends on the individual. If one is more inclined towards research, if they want to work with all the recent technologies in their field, and they want to keep innovating something new, they can gladly take MTech and continue with MTech. And if one wants to settle sooner with a better work-life balance and job security, with a better entry-level package, and posting across India won't be a problem for you, then they can take up PSUs. I think I come under the second set of people, so I would be choosing NTPC.
Okay, okay. How was your interview experience in PSU?
In most of the Maharatna PSUs, they give 85% weightage to GATE, 10% to personal interview, and 5% to GD. So this year, due to the pandemic, all the online GD and interview were conducted online. Regarding GD, it is not necessary that one should have an in-depth newspaper knowledge. A general awareness of what's going on around you in the world would do. It took place around 15 to 20 minutes. We were around 6 people in our team. And regarding personal interview, it was mostly technical as far as NTPC was concerned. And the panel had members from IIT Delhi, technical experts from NTPC, and HR people as well. The interview mostly focused on my BTech project, and from there they went to the core subjects. And it was mostly basic. The questions were from moderate to tough, but what they look for is your confidence, and it doesn't matter even if you're not able to answer a question. It's how we approach it that matters. And regarding the HR part, we should be able to convince them on why we want to join the organization. So that's what speaks more. And as far if for people who have not taken their BTech project very seriously, it is not an issue. They need not worry much. At least make sure that you borrow your project from somebody else, and you know everything about the project. Whatever you deliver, you should be confident about it. That's it.
Okay, okay, okay. Well said, Shantika. Would you like to share anything else?
Anything else? There's mainly I've seen a lot of people lose motivation for GATE midway. So to all of them out there, I just wish to tell you, see, in today's world where the opportunities seem scarce, GATE, once you manage to get into the top rank band, you will be offered the best in each domain. So you get to choose what you want rather than being stuck up with what you get. So that's a great, it's a matter of your entire future, next 30, 40 years. So I'm sure struggling for 1 or 2 years shouldn't be a problem. Just stay motivated throughout. That's it.
Okay, okay. Well,
All the very best to all of you.
So Sushantika, it was nice talking to you. I hope many of the students who had their doubts regarding the GATE exam, watching this video, their doubts will be cleared. I think I would like to thank you for
Hopefully.
accepting my invitation and being here. So thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shrishti. Thank you. It was great talking to you.
Thanks to all the viewers watching this video. Thank you.